So, all right. So welcome to Lion Share. We are going to get this thing going. I know that we have people that will be continually jumping in and they can get caught up as we go. We already have 80 people in this call. I bet we'll have over 100 by the time it's done. This is only our third English version of this presentation. And as I said, we have many different countries that are represented, all the way from, here in the United States to Africa, to Asia, to everywhere in the world, South America, Central America. Everyone is representing Lion Share, and it's an exciting time. Our goal is to have 1 million participants, 1 million members inside of this company, or inside of this smart contract, I guess, because that's really what it is, inside of this smart contract, over the next 6 months. And we're going to do it. And the great thing about that is you're one of the very first people to learn about Lion Share. And I'm excited to be the one that gets to share it with you. Okay. So let's get into this and start talking about why everybody is so excited about what we have going on here, and really how it can affect you and your personal life and really create some income. Now, as everybody knows, there's some really challenging things going on right now, right? I mean, there are a lot of challenges in regards to the pandemic and in regards to many different things, because the pandemic has caused economic crisis all over the world, right? So there are a lot of different challenges and things like that are happening around the globe. And we are in a unique situation that we get to be part of something that is 100% decentralized, right? It's something that it cannot be altered. It cannot be changed. And what you're going to learn about here today is what we feel is going to be the best smart contract on the market by far, period, right? That is going to be the system that you're going to learn about here today, is the #1 smart contract in the world, a total peer-to-peer system. So, there's many of you that you've had to wait on a company to pay a commission, or, it's going to come weekly, or it's going to come monthly, or maybe it's never going to come. This is a peer-to-peer system, which means that you're going to get paid instantly and directly. We're going to talk more about that here in just a second. The risk, right? There's so many different companies. There's so many different things that you could choose from when you're doing a business. What you're going to learn about today is something that is not controlled by a company. It's not controlled by an admin. It's actually 100% risk-free for you, because it's directly on the blockchain, which means it's self-operating. It doesn't take someone like myself. It doesn't take anyone to run it. It is self-sufficient. That is a game changer. And I truly believe that this is the way of the future when it comes to earning income from home and it comes from running businesses. This is the way, because it takes risk out of the hands of the people who are trying to earn the income, right? There's so many times we've seen it, businesses fail, right? It's just the way it is. It doesn't mean that they're bad or they're good. Businesses fail. Here's an opportunity for you to plug into what we call a smart contract, and we'll talk more about that here in just a second, that it can't go away. It can't disappear, and it can continue to pay you over and over for life. And it's an amazing thing. Now, we operate, as I said, on a smart contract, okay? And what that means is it's basically a piece of code that is located on the blockchain. Now, for some of you who may not be, either into the cryptocurrency market, or maybe you're just learning for the first time, some of this is going to be really new. It's not going to make sense to you, but we're going to help you understand it. And the only thing that you need to understand is that you can earn 100% commissions on what we're doing here, and you're going to get paid in Ethereum. And Ethereum allows you to do a lot of different things. There's many different places that you can, cash out your Ethereum for US dollars or whatever, pesos, or whatever your currency is. There's many different ways to utilize Ethereum. So I'm excited, as you can probably tell, because, we're just getting this thing started. And like I said, you're one of the very first people in the world to learn about this. So what does 100% decentralization mean? What is it makes it different, and why are so many people attracted to what we have going on? Well, number one, when you talk about decentralization, you're talking about the ability to have something in front of you that doesn't require someone to run it, right? It is on the blockchain. It cannot be altered. It cannot be manipulated. I'm sure many of you out there have had companies that they had to change their compensation plan, whether it was good for you or bad for you, they were changing it. This is a system that once deployed on the blockchain, it cannot be changed, right? So what you see here today, and you're going to see how powerful this truly is, it can't be changed. You're not going to have someone come in a couple months and say, hey, this is too good for the people, let's change it, right? that can't happen. You never have to worry about a company receiving money, right, to just pay out the commissions, because the commissions are paid directly to you. And lastly, the transparency and what is going to be created in Lionshare is going to be second to none, because what it allows you to do, it allows you to truly go out there and be able to see everything that's going on. So every single transaction in Ethereum, you're going to be able to see. You're even going to be able to see what other people around you are doing. So think about this. This is a new world in which we have complete autonomy. We have complete transparency in what we do. We can refer people. We can get excited about a business without the opportunity of being hurt or hurting anybody else. And that is the key component of what we're going to talk about here today, and why when you understand this, you're going to see exactly what we're doing. Now, there's many different compensation plans. There's many different businesses out there. What I believe that you're going to learn here today is something that is so simple that I probably could explain it to you in about 3 sentences. I'm going to take a little bit more time than that, but not a bunch, because it is very, very simple, very easy for you to comprehend. And when you explain this to other people, you're going to see that it's very easy as well. So one of the biggest things inside of Lionshare that makes us different is, number one, when you refer people to us, your direct referrals, you are going to keep them, okay? As long as you own the package, you're going to be able to keep them. And even if you don't own the package, once you get to the place where you do, you actually get those people back. Now, why is that important? Well, here's the reason why. There's many companies out there that you will refer people and you will lose them, right? So you did all the work to get someone excited about a business, you referred them, and then they're gone, right? They went to somebody else and helped their organization. No, that's not the way it works here. When you personally refer someone to this smart contract and Lionshare, it always follows you. That is the way it's programmed on the smart contract. So you never have to worry. It always comes back to you and always follows you, okay? Now, in both the team builder matrix and both the personal matrix, we're going to talk about those here in 1 second. They are a one-time purchase, okay? So what you see here today on the price points, it's one time. You're not going to have to worry about paying a monthly fee. You're not going to have to worry about coming out of your pocket over and over and over again to earn more income, or more Ethereum, I guess, in this case. So it's an awesome, awesome thing. Just like I said, as far as the referrals are concerned, I can't speak enough on the fact that you not losing your team, how important that is to you in this follow me system, in this follow me matrix. Also, what you're going to see here today is that we have a package that is so affordable, right? It doesn't matter where you're at in the world today, truthfully. I mean, we have no boundaries. That's the other amazing thing that's great about Lionshare. It doesn't matter what country you're in. I know there's many companies out there that they restrict you. Since this is on the blockchain and it is a smart contract, there's no restrictions whatsoever. So it doesn't matter where you're located. It doesn't matter what language you speak. And it really doesn't matter what your current economic situation is, because you're going to see the affordability in what we have here is second to none. So very, very excited about that. The last thing I want to mention here is that we are just on the cusp of launching this, meaning that we're about to launch, right? In the next few days, you're going to see this thing go from being a lot of talk to a lot of excitement, because you're going to see people all around the world that are earning income and telling people about what they're doing. So that is going to be exciting. And you're one of the very first people here to learn about that. So let's talk about our two different platforms that we have here. We refer to them as L1 and L2, basically Lion 1 and Lion 2, right? So L1, we're going to talk about that one first. But what I want you to see on this slide right here is really the prices that are associated with these two different platforms. What we're going to give you the ability to do is we're going to give you the ability to join both the L1 and the L2 simultaneously for as little as 0.04. Now, if you do the math on that, at least we're USD. I know we have people all over the world, but just talking about the US dollar, that's less than $10 to get started on both the L1 and the L2. Folks, let's be honest, okay? It's hard to find that type of affordability out there. and people have it with Lion Share. So it's exciting because it just opened up a whole new world to people that before maybe they couldn't afford to get started. It would have been bad on their family. Now they have a chance to get started in the L1 and the L2 simultaneously and really be able to get it. So the affordability of our platform is amazing. And again, I think I mentioned this, but it is in Ethereum. So when I say 0.04, I am talking about Ethereum, which equates to about 10 US dollars, or actually a little bit less right now. So let's continue here. I might refer back to this slide here, but we're going to start with the L1. Okay, the L1 is what we refer to as really your personal build. Okay, it's when you this platform right here is all about the people that you personally refer. Now, I know some of you, when you hear that, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to just be the only one working here. That's okay. I've got you covered. I'm going to tell you about that here in just a second. But the L1 is very powerful, okay, because here's the way that the L1 works. Number one, you can see all the different price points. It starts at 0.02 Ethereum, goes all the way up to 16 Ethereum. And you have the ability to, or your choice, to purchase any of these. You could purchase one, you could purchase all of them, okay? Obviously, the more that you purchase, the better income potential for you as you refer people to it. But the L1 is all about you inviting personal people, okay? It's the people that you personally invite and they join with your personal link. Now, here's the way that it works. This is the simplicity part that I was talking about. I know you see a lot of words here, but I can explain this to you literally in just a matter of one sentence, okay? On the L1, it works just like this, okay? You're going to get paid on the first two slots. So if you can see my cursor there, on slot number one and slot number two, you're going to get paid 100% of whatever the purchase price is. So let's just talk about the level one, which is 0.02, okay? If you were in at 0.02 and someone was to come in and purchase that package, the first two sales go directly to you. The third sale is passed to your sponsor, and it recreates a new matrix for you. So you can see that right here below. So think about this in the simplest terms that I can say it. On the L1, it's personal referrals, people that you personally refer. Every single time you make a sale inside of your matrix, if they come in slot number one and they come in slot number two, you get 100% of that directly and instantly to your Ethereum wallet. You don't have to wait a week or a month to get it. It's instantly to you. It doesn't go to a company. It's on a smart contract. It can't be altered. 100% of slot number one and slot number two go to you. Pretty awesome, right? Slot number three goes up to your sponsor. That's cool because there's a couple of things that can happen from that. Number one, your sponsor's going to want to help you, right? Because they can earn income from it. And number two, it recycles you into a new matrix. Remember what I said in the beginning? You never have to come out of your pocket again and actually pay for another matrix. No, it continues to build. So it's one time out of pocket. So think about this. In this example that I gave you, if you just cycled one time, okay, on the L1, you would have doubled your Ethereum, right? You came in at 0.02. Your first sale paid you 0.02. Your second sale paid you 0.04. That's double your Ethereum that you started with. Your third sale recycled you into a new matrix where you can do it again. So again, these are personal referrals that we're talking about. So some of you might be saying, well, okay, James, but I want to build a team, right? I want to build a community. Well, we know that, right? And we've got you covered with that. And that is called our L2. Our L2 is all about the team build. It's all about working with others out there. And on the L2, you're going to have the ability to lock arms with people all around you, okay, to be able to work this. And again, if you remember on both of these matrices, the people that you personally refer, they always follow you. You never lose them as long as you own that package. And that is very, very important to understand dynamics of this and how it can really, really start to add up. You know, imagine if you had just 5 personal people that you referred and they each cycled this week. They would all show up in your matrix again, which is amazing, okay? So let's just continue this. Now, again, the L2 is so simple to understand, just like the L3. The only difference is there's a couple more positions, okay? So on the L2, we have slot 1 and 2, and then we have slot 3, 4, 5, and 6. And here's the way it works. Slot number 1 and slot number 2, when they are filled, and by the way, they're not necessarily filled by people you refer. They could be filled by your sponsor. They could be filled by people above, people below, okay? So just know that this is a complete team build. But slot number 1 and slot number 2 are going to be paid upline, Okay, everybody got that. It's going to be paid upline. But here's where it gets awesome. Slot number 3, number 4, and number 5, 100% of that is paid to you. 100%, right? So think about this. Again, let's say you started at the 0.02 and you came in and you had someone fill up slot 3, 4, and 5. You have now tripled your Ethereum, right? 3 times the amount that you started with. You started with 0.02. You have been paid 0.06. That is hot. And what makes it so awesome is this wasn't just your efforts, right? Your efforts will obviously help you earn more, but this could be efforts from anyone around you, right? So again, in simplistic terms, we've got slot number 1 and slot number 2, they go up the line. You get paid 100% instantly and directly in Ethereum to your wallet every single time someone fills slot number 2, slot number 3, and 3, 4, and 5. Now, here's the deal. I'm sorry, let me go back. Slot number 6. Slot number 6, when it is filled, that commission will go to your sponsor, and guess what? It will cycle you, and you will have a brand new matrix to do the same exact thing. Think about this. Think about the opportunity to come out of your pocket one time. The opportunity to, when you personally refer people, they always stick with your team. They always follow you. The understanding that every single time you cycle on L1, you've doubled your Ethereum. Every single time you cycled on L2, you've tripled your Ethereum. And knowing that it's not just your efforts, it's people above you, it's people below you that you can work with to really create a team. Folks, this is powerful. And the reason why it's so powerful is because it's simple. And there is always power in simplicity. When you can show this to someone and you say, look, you can get started for as little as $10 US, 0.04 Ethereum. You can join both platforms. You have the ability to, refer people. You can also work as a team here. It's completely decentralized. When you start adding up all these different things, it is amazing. Now, what you're looking at here, and I'm sorry, I know this is Spanish, but what you're looking at here on this slide is you're actually looking at the total profits. If you were to start at table 1 on the L1, okay, so package 1, the 0.02, if you were to start there, and every single time you cycled, you upgraded, okay? That's what you're looking at. So you start on table 1 or package 1, whatever you'd like to call it. When you cycle, you upgrade to the next package. If you did this every single time, what you're going to see here is that you would have a total earnings of 55.59 Ethereum. Not too bad, right? That's not bad at all. But that's only if you just cycled once on every single time and you upgraded. So it's pretty cool as far as the profits. Now look at the L2. L2 is hot, right? Because on this one, you can actually do the same exact thing. If you were to upgrade, if you were to cycle and to upgrade every single time, you would have 111.16 Ethereum. This is the minimum, right? We're talking about the minimum, but that's only cycling one time on each one of the packages and upgrading to the next package. Your minimum that you would earn there is 111.16. The reality is this: we will have people that are cycling like crazy, okay? They will be cycling like crazy every single day, multiple times a day. We'll have instant payments. And here's what's so cool about this. We talked about the challenging times that we have right now in the marketplace, right? Every single person on here, we have all been affected by the current pandemic. I don't care where you're at in the world, we've all struggled with it. We've had people around us who have died. We've had people who have lost their jobs. We've seen companies go out of business. And right this very second, you have people all around the world that are looking for a way, looking for an opportunity to earn income for them and their families, right? They don't know the way. We're showing you right now the future. This is the future of earning income from home. There's no way around it, right? The complete transparency, the decentralization, the simple way that you can understand this and explain it to people, the affordability. People are hurting right now. They need something that they can build on. And here it is right in front of you. Now, as far as our commission payments, I know you've heard me talk about this a little bit. Commissions are paid instantly and directly to your Ethereum wallet. That's all you have to have is an Ethereum wallet to get paid. You can take your Ethereum and do whatever you want with it. If you want to cash it out, you can do that. You can turn it into your local currency and be able to buy groceries for your family or help others in need. Whatever you want to do, you can absolutely do that, okay? So it's instantly and directly to your Ethereum wallet. depending on which platform you're on. We know the first 2 slots on the L1 pays you, and then 3, 4, and 5 pay you on L2, but it's directly to you, right? It's pretty cool. And my feeling on this, I don't know how many people know this, but I want to encourage everyone here today to go to Google and look up the term lion's share. If you don't know what lion's share means, you need to understand it, and you will get even more fired up about this, because what a lion's share is this. In any business transaction, the one who gets the larger amount is called the lion's share. This is your time to get the lion's share, not some company, not some admin. This is a smart contract for you to be able to get your lion's share. You have the opportunity here today to be one of the very first people in the world to get started with us. And all you need to do to get started is to set up an Ethereum wallet, which is, by the way, 100% free. We recommend that you set up a MetaMask wallet. You can do that directly on your computer using a Chrome extension. It's completely free to do. Whoever sent you to this call here today, you want to get with them, okay? And you want to have them walk you through it. But I'm telling you, you can go to YouTube and look at it. It takes you 5 seconds to set it up. If you have another Ethereum wallet that you want to use, you can connect it directly to MetaMask. MetaMask will automatically speak to our system once it's launched, okay? So you're not going to have to ever do anything. It's linked directly to it. Now, there's many of you out there that may use an Android. I actually use an iPhone, so I can't use a Trust Wallet right now. I know they're doing some changes to it. But if you have an Android phone and you want to do business from your phone, you absolutely can. You can download the Trust Wallet. It's an app. Just go to your not your Apple Store, I guess your Google Plus and or Google Play, I think that's what it's called, and look, and you can find your Trust app 100% free. Set up your MetaMask, set up your Trust Wallet, get back with who sent you here today, because here's the bottom line. We are literally days away from taking this live. I'm telling you right now, we're going to put 1 million people in this company, not this company, let me rephrase that. We're going to put 1 million people in this smart contract over the next 6 months. And the reason why is for all those things that I told you: affordability, decentralization, complete transparency. And the leaders that we've attracted to this have been unbelievable. We're going to have so much support. So